Backstreet Boys. See you soon. Good night. And God bless. Let's do forever. Thank you. Muchas gracias. We love you. Thank you.
Backstreet.
ESP around the world.
Let's talk about one. You gotta hear me out.
This world is as small as it seems. It's huge. We're going all the way around it.
I really need to know why the concert in Mexico.
Todos los lugares a los que llegan los Backstreet Boys sucede algo así. Y para las fans es casi imposible describir lo que para ellas significan Kevin, Brian, AJ, Howie y Nick.
What do you like most about the Backstreet Boys?
I love how they sing and they're all fun. I like the girls. They're so cute.
En tan solo 3 años, los Backstreet Boys son el grupo que más discos ha vendido en todo el mundo, con ventas superiores a los 55 millones de copias. El álbum Millennium está certificado como 12 veces platino en los Estados Unidos y ha recibido certificaciones de oro y platino en 45 países.
To get to don't know. But if you were my girl, I'd make it so we never be apart. But my love is all I have to give, and without you I don't think I can live. I wish I could give the world to you, baby, but love is all I have to give. When the sun breaks, does it feel like I'm not even listening to a word you say? That's okay, baby, just tell me your problems. I'll try my best to keep them all away. God, you leave when you leave me home, 'cause his friends get all your time. Baby, please, I'm on my knees, praying for baby soon goodbye. But my love is all I have to give. You alone think I can live. I wish I could give my world to you. But love is all I have, is all that I have.
Black and Blue es el cuarto álbum en la carrera discográfica de este quinteto de Orlando, Florida. Los integrantes del grupo han decidido componer y producir algunas de las 13 canciones del disco, las cuales cubren un amplio espectro de géneros musicales. Probablemente el disco con mayor diversidad de los Backstreet Boys. Un álbum más real que habla de la vida, las pérdidas, el amor y los engaños.
Conocer el occidente.
Después de 45 horas de vuelo, los Backstreet Boys están aquí. La respuesta es increíble. Soportando el sol y el calor, más de 35,000 fanáticas de todo el Brasil los han estado esperando desde las 4 de la mañana. Ha sido, por mucho, el recibimiento más impresionante de toda la gira.
So cool, it really is. I mean, this was the best response we've had this entire trip around the world. It really is. Hey, I'm not trying to dog Tokyo or Sydney or Cape Town, but this has been the best. Latin America, by far, are, I can officially say, the craziest fans that we honestly have.
And you haven't been to Mexico yet, let me tell you.
Exactly. Mexico.
Esta ha sido la vida de los Backstreet Boys durante los últimos 10 años. El grupo pop más famoso y más vendido del mundo, ya sea en Estocolmo, donde recibieron el premio MTV Europeo como Mejor Grupo del Año, Tokio, Sydney, Ciudad del Cabo o Río, causan el mismo efecto de histeria que los mismísimos Beatles. Pero acercándonos más a nuestra era musical, es casi imposible verlos y no pensar en grupos como Menudo, New Kids on the Block o NSYNC. Pero a los Backstreet Boys no les gusta que los comparen con ninguna de estas bandas, boy bands, como les dicen ellos.
And the reason we don't like the boy band thing is because, I mean, when we first got together and first came on the scene and first came out, especially in Europe, they were comparing us to all these boy bands that were just a bunch of pretty faces and didn't necessarily, and couldn't necessarily sing at all. And we're a vocal group. Our influences were records their mind and gets locked up in jail or goes crazy, that we can make music for a long time together.
We just want to do it the right way, and what better way to travel all the way around the world and see every fan from every kind of ethnics that you could imagine.
See that you're writing now. Where does the inspiration come from? I mean, what's the big difference between Millennium and Black and Blue?
So, I mean, well, first of all, you know, responding on how we feel about this album, Black and Blue, I think, you know, this is personally, and I can speak on behalf of all the other fellas, this is one of our favorite albums. You know, this album is, I think I'm very proud of this album because of the songs that we've written on the album and because of the influence that we've had. See, we've brought in some people that we wanted to work with for God knows how long, like Babyface. We did some with Babyface, and, you know, that was just a dream come true, you know, because we've looked up to him. He's part of the reason why we do what we do, you know, and then we worked with Max Martin again and the whole Sharon crew, and then Rodney Jerkins did a song on this album. He produced a song, and then, of course, all of us wrote about 7 songs on the album. So, to me, this is like more Backstreet than it has ever been before.
Han pasado solo 3 horas desde su llegada a Río de Janeiro y Kevin, Nick, Howie, AJ y Brian han saludado personalmente a más de 100 fanáticas en el clásico Meet and Greet, que es el momento en que el artista se reúne con las suertudas fanáticas seleccionadas para conocerlo. Han dado una conferencia de prensa de 40 minutos frente a más de 50 medios sudamericanos, así como entrevistas 1 a 1 con televisoras de Argentina, Venezuela, Brasil, Chile, Colombia y, por supuesto, México. El mercado hispano es fundamental para los Backstreet Boys y lo hacen evidente con grabaciones como Spanish Eyes del álbum Backstreet's Back. Y como un tributo y reconocimiento a sus fanáticas latinas, contemplan la posibilidad de grabar versiones en español de su nuevo álbum Black and Blue, el cual tiene una clara influencia de ritmos latinos en canciones como More Than That y The Call.
Reach out. Reach out. I mean, there's lots of artists that do it. Voice them into the whole album on this channel. And I think it's just, you know, it's one way of giving back to the, for me, I was very thankful to the guys who are very comfortable no longer. I think in this album here, as well, we have a couple songs that have Latin influence as well. And as well as last album, we did a song called Spanish Eyes, dedicated.
Evita el exceso.
Black and Blue es un álbum más maduro, más incisivo, pero lo más importante de todo es que es el álbum que prueba que los Backstreet Boys no han sido una banda de un solo disco, ni que solo han podido disfrutar de 15 minutos de fama. 4 álbums, 10 años en la escena, 55 millones de copias vendidas, discos de platino y oro, los han posicionado como la banda pop más fuerte de todo el mundo. ¿Cuánto tiempo más durará? Ni ellos mismos lo saben. Y francamente, no les interesa. Lo importante es que para cada uno de ellos, hacer lo que hacen siga teniendo sentido.
I love watching these fans smile. Just to watch people smile means that you're touching somebody in a way that no one else can possibly touch them besides their family and their closest friends. I mean, they may never get a chance to know us as people outside of the Backstreet Boys, you know, but when they see us and we see them and they're smiling back or they're crying, there's something going on inside that I don't think we as a group will ever really truly understand. Why do they cry? Why do they scream? Why do they smile so much? But let it be. That's what it is. Let it be. We're making people happy. Let's keep doing it.
Y para nuestra sorpresa, si necesitáramos escoger un adjetivo para describir nuestra impresión de los Backstreet Boys, sería agradecidos. Agradecidos con Dios, a quien mencionan hasta en los créditos de su nuevo álbum. Agradecidos con sus fanáticas, a quienes reconocen en canciones como Everyone. Y por supuesto, agradecidos con la vida, en temas como The Answer of Our Life.
conocer el occidente.
Sí, yo también te quiero.
José Cuervo Especial.
Prueba las nuevas Vita C. El más intenso sabor de frutas cítricas con vitamina C que hará reaccionar tu cuerpo vitalmente. Nuevas Vita C. El más intenso sabor cítrico.
Tu puntería. Con el tiro del millón Telcel, tú puedes ganar $1.000.000 de pesos. Solo compra algún producto amigo o contrata cualquiera de nuestros planes. Participa, el tiro del millón es de Telcel.
Llega la nueva Rocola Coca-Cola con los mejores artistas del momento en vivo. Un espectáculo en rayo láser y el show de tercera dimensión como nunca lo habías visto. Espérala. Rocola Coca-Cola, tu música en otra dimensión.
Hoy no duermo bien. Prueba esto.
Nueva Cotex Free and Soft Nocturna, con Maxigel super absorbente y su único canal circuito, que de ahí no sale nada.
Oye, ya levántate.
Con la nueva Cotex Free and Soft Nocturna, haz lo que quieras.
Licenciada, quiero que continúe.
Quiero. Oh,
Ella quiere su herbal. Quiere su herbal en la regadera. Ella lo quiere con hierbas naturales.
Pídame 2 botellas de ese shampoo.
Nada detiene a quien quiere su Herbal Essences.
Evita el exceso.
Doc, what's happening? Appleton Jamaica rum.
Bueno, pues aquí estamos ya. Este es el avión privado de los Backstreet Boys. Vamos camino a Nueva York. Son 13 horas de vuelo. Es la última parada de esta gira de 100 horas en donde han visitado los 5 continentes. En estos momentos, como ya saben, estamos en Río de Janeiro y en 13 horas ya estaremos en la ciudad de Nueva York, que es donde anunciarán oficialmente el inicio de la gira Black and Blue.
El encanto de poder hacer esta larga travesía con Howie D, AJ, Nick, Kevin y Brian es poder asomarnos a su realidad, a la vida entre escenario y escenario. Los momentos no tan maravillosos ni tan divertidos de la fama. Todos esos momentos en que ellos pueden ser normales. Y lo son.
Not the big things, but the little things that can mean more. Not a place to get me through. And there is never a day that passes by I don't think of you. You ain't always there for me. Pushing me, guiding me. Always to succeed.
es realmente maravilloso. La cúspide de cualquier adolescente que, como ellos, haya comenzado a buscar una oportunidad en audiciones, tocadas en centros comerciales, con el sueño de poder hacer, aunque fuera, un solo disco.
I thought that we'd have one album. One album. That would be platinum. And we'd be done. Just.
And that would have made you happy.
Yeah. But it was the complete opposite. It was about 35 albums platinum. Which made me even more happy. But, you know, it's whatever the fans and our family and us want it to be. We hold our fate in our hands.
Evita el exceso.
Estamos volando sobre el Océano Atlántico en algún punto entre Venezuela y Colombia. Brian, Howie, Dee y Nick ya no están presentes. Seguramente están en el artículo de lujo de este avión, la cama. En esta gira de lanzamiento del álbum Black and Blue han pasado 55 horas de vuelo y solo 44 horas en tierra. Están extraordinariamente cansados, pero pareciera que lo hacen con todo gusto. Kevin y el incansable AJ siguen rondando por aquí y la pregunta es obligada. Esto tiene un precio y todos y cada uno de ellos lo ha pagado. Tiene 29 años. Es el papá de todos los demás. Es el sensato, el sereno, el casado y el siempre pensativo.
Think about video concepts, think about ideas for songs, think about ideas for the tour, think about the people getting hurt, you know, I'm worried about them getting hurt, thinking about our new album coming out, thinking about the environment, thinking about politics, thinking about the future of our planet and our world.
Son con...
Ya encontramos, este es el librito que viene dentro del CD de Black and Blue. Vale la pena que si realmente son fanáticas de ellos lo lean porque cada uno tiene una dedicatoria muy bonita. Read it out loud so they really can hear you.
Dear path in life we will take now to the end. In Jesus Christ's name I pray. Amen.
Conocer el occidente.
That way.
Yes, you. Sorry. When I met you.
Open Captain. Hello, Captain.
Pushing me higher.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the Backstreet Boys Around the World trip. This will be Mr. McLean saying to all of my fellow comrades, fellas, y'all did a great job. Proud of you. We finally made it. We're almost home. We're going back to New York. Everyone, thank you so much for making this an incredible trip for us. It's been a monument. monumental thing in all of our lives. We will never forget this. Thank you so much. Again, thank you. We commend you. And we'll see you guys in New York City.
Okay, so how many more minutes or hours to New York?
1 hour.
1 hour. I'm counting.
Hello? Hi, it's me. What's up, baby? I'm sorry, listen, I'm gonna be late tonight, so don't stay up and wait for me, okay?
3 largas horas de sueño y es hora de levantarse. The Boys tienen 60 minutos para desayunar, pulir su imagen, revisar la agenda del día y, muy importante, entender cuál es la logística de seguridad. Nueva York va a ser una locura. Es la última parada de esta gira de 100 horas en donde los Backstreet Boys lanzarán oficialmente en Norteamérica su nuevo álbum, Black and Blue. Uno de los cambios en los Backstreet Boys para este nuevo álbum, sin duda alguna, es la imagen. Scott, el adorable Scott, su diseñador de imagen, trabaja en cada uno de ellos.
Bienvenido a Nueva York.
Cada uno de los países que visitaron en esta gira es fundamental para el éxito de Black and Blue. Es por eso que escogieron las capitales más importantes de cada uno de los 5 continentes, desde Sydney hasta Tokio. Pero Nueva York es crucial. Es Estados Unidos, su país natal, donde comenzó todo. Y el gran reto para los Backstreet Boys es romper su propio récord, superar las ventas de Millennium, su último álbum, con más de 20 millones de copias vendidas.
Momentos más nos bajamos del avión. Ustedes sigan con nosotros. Estamos con los Backstreet Boys en esto que es la última parada de esta gira de 100 horas promoviendo el lanzamiento del álbum Black and Blue. No se vayan.
Evita el exceso.
La agenda del día de hoy es la siguiente. Conferencia de prensa para medios, entrega del CD en los estudios de una importante cadena de videos, entrevistas 1 a 1 con medios norteamericanos y fiesta por la noche como cierre de esta gira. Y llegamos a la primera parada, conferencia en el Hudson Theater de Nueva York, donde ya es oficial. Black and Blue es una realidad también aquí. El anuncio de las fechas y lugares de la próxima y ambiciosa gira mundial 2001 de los Backstreet Boys, y aún mejor, la confirmación de que a México vienen.
Tour 2001,
Yeah.
Black and Blue. You're going to be in Mexico.
Yep. We start out
Is that a
in the U.S.
promise?
Yeah,
Okay.
we start out in U.S. January 23rd. And we're finished, what, in March?
The end of March.
And then I think we're coming straight down here to South America, and we'll be through Mexico.
There's even been talk about actually possibly trying to get to Mexico on the end of the American tour.
BSB around the world.
Kevin, Nick, Brian, AJ y Howie. ¿Les gusta? ¿Todo? Para presentarles a ustedes su cuarto álbum, Black and Blue.
Conocer el occidente.
These are Backstreet Boys después de 3 meses. It's been 3 months since we last saw each other, right?
Yeah,
Boys on the plane. And I told you all that Mexico was amazing, so we want to talk about that a lot. And my first question is, okay, but this is, you know, I really need a fast answer. Your first impression as soon as you got into Mexico.
A lot of people. Big.
Okay.
A lot of Volkswagen buns.
Very cool. Traffic and high altitude, shortness of breath. Pass
We'll
out.
talk about. I'm sure that influenced the concert last night, but we'll talk about that later. Yeah, AJ was telling me AJ's got a big cold, right?
Yes.
Not feeling very well.
We all do. We're all sick.
Yeah.
It's not to say that.
It's the end of the tour. We all usually get sick at the end of the tour because we're all just run down and go in and all catches up to you.
Oh, really?
Okay. Brian's not sick.
Brian's
and I'm
not
getting
sick,
over
Brian.
mine. I'm on
I already told him to behave.
We caught it from Kevin.
Okay. Nick's trying to kiss me over here.
And he's not sick.
Okay, so tell me, Mexico. I gave you a little bit, you know, of the story when we were on that plane 3 months ago. What was your idea? What did you think? Do you know that the tickets sold in 4 hours, 3 shows, 55,000 people per show?
Pretty amazing.
Wow.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Incredible.
Amazing. This is your first stop in Latin America?
It's something that you never expect, though. I mean, because we perform in front of a lot of people. You know, we have been performing in front of a lot of people for 8 years now, and to know that you can come to a city that you've never been to. I mean, Howie's been here before on behalf of the group, but to come here as a unit and put up ticket sales and they go that fast, I mean, it's a blessing. It's nice, and we're very thankful for it.
Thank the Lord.
Thank you.
Did you come to Mexico with something in mind, like any worry? I mean, this is the largest city in the world. It's the most populated and not very safe. Did you know about that?
I was worried about drinking the water.
The truth. Okay, I want the truth. The water, okay.
That's what I was worried about.
Okay, the water.
Worried about getting, an intestinal infection, getting
From the water,
sick or something, getting bacteria.
I brushed my teeth last night, and I wasn't thinking about it. I was like, had water from the thinking.
Spit out, spit out. Did anybody go out last night?
Yes. Yes.
Who? Who and where?
I went
Howie and Kevin?
Salsa club. Yes. I went to a dance club.
Together?
No. Actually,
No,
the
the
club I
fans
went
would
to.
be like, killing themselves.
The club I went to a salsa club. He went to a techno dance club. I wanted to hear some nice music, and he wanted to go. But then I ended up going to the place that he was at later, and he'd already left. So.
Okay, what's the coolest thing?
But tonight we go to a salsa club. Great,
You're going
great
tonight,
horn
you're going out?
section, great music.
Okay, and you're leaving on Monday, right? Leaving on Monday, so you're going out Saturday and Sunday?
Hopefully. I don't know about that.
Are you guys going out? Are you guys going out?
I want to try to go out tonight. I didn't go out
Did you
last
go?
night.
Because you were sick.
I stayed in and went to the hot tub in the sauna. Try to open my sinuses.
Okay.
Didn't work.
The
We're
thing,
going to go see the pyramids, hopefully.
you will?
On Sunday, hopefully.
I told you.
Teotihuacan, I know you wanted to go see them, or was it?
Yeah.
Or wasn't you?
It might
Be
have been
honest.
me. It was me, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I wanted to see, the...
Pirámide del Sol, Pirámide de la Luna,
Yeah.
all those pyramids. I mean,
Yeah,
the thing you like
I like history, that's why.
the most of what you've seen up to now, which is not much, about Mexico, or what you heard.
Hotel. In the
Hotel.
drive.
You know, I
Want to buy
noticed one thing.
something? Did anybody want to, as soon as I get to Mexico, I really need to buy this or that?
Huh?
Yeah, did anybody think as soon as I get to Mexico, I'll try it and buy this, or I want, whatever, sombrero.
Somebody's been saying that they make good boots here.
Good boots, great silver, really cheap.
So,
Everybody talks about the tequila here.
El tequila, por supuesto. Sombreros de
I can't
charro.
do it. To kill me.
Now let's
Now, I'm
get...
saying one thing, oh, sorry.
What?
One thing I did notice is you guys got a lot of Volkswagens around here.
Yeah.
The taxis,
there's a
what
lot of
about
taxis.
taxis?
You see, but they're everywhere.
You know what is interesting?
The
is that
taxis.
Certain days, this is what our driver was saying when he was taking us to the stadium last night. Is you notice on all the cars that they have green tags, they have green license plates, and they said that yesterday was like green tag day, and then today will be another.
Oh, yeah,
colored.
because of the pollution we have in the country.
Yeah,
There are
so
certain
you're-
cars, years, a certain year that go back that can't, circulate every day. So, for example, if you're like 95 and behind, you can't use your car every day. You have to let it rest one day because there's so many cars and the pollution issue is such a big issue.
Wow. Okay.
Now, tell me, how was your health condition and your, how good did you feel last night at the concert? AJ was saying that it was impossible to breathe.
We were all like, after the first 2 songs, we were under the stage while I was talking and saying hi to the crowd, and we were all like, wow. I mean, we had no idea. No one told us about how high the altitude is. It's 3 times higher than like Denver. I mean, we had no idea. No one told us. No. We were like, that's great.
We found it out, though, right in the middle of the first 2 songs. We're like...
You can't hide it with her. What say you decline? What you have is wrong. I heard him promise you forever, but forever's come and gone. Now maybe he would say whatever it takes to keep you alive, to choose between the lines. I will love you more than that. I will say the words and take them back. Don't you loneliness a chance? Baby, listen to me when I say I will love you more than that. Come on. Baby, you deserve much better. See you still holding on. 16 is now or never. Just can't be friends. Maybe only leaving it. I will love you more than that. I won't say the words that take them back. Don't you loneliness a chance? Baby, listen to me when I say, hey, another day that passes by. I don't wonder why you haven't tried. It's not too late to change your mind. So take my hand, don't say goodbye. You more than that. I will say the words and take them back. More than say the words, no, no, take them back. Can't deserve loneliness a chance. Baby, listen to me when I say I will love you more than that. I will say the words and take them back. Don't you loneliness a chance. Baby, listen to me when I say I will love you more than that. I will love you more. I will love you more.
What was the thing you liked the most from last night?
I think we respond to the fans. To us.
All those people.
Wow.
Beautiful.
I saw these little green things, man. They just stretched all the way back. We saw helicopters flying over, too.
Yeah.
It was
I like
flipping us out.
when we sang I'll Never in Spanish. And
Nunca
the entire
seré
crowd
llorar.
sang it with us. That was really, well, they sang every song.
They were
That was
singing every
really
song.
cool.
That's what was amazing. They were singing every song that we were singing. They were singing.
Dancing.
Everybody was up on their chairs, standing up on their chairs the whole way out there.
How do you pick the songs? Because I saw some fans outside and they were like, but why didn't they sing the one? And why didn't they sing no sé cuánto? And why didn't, you know, asking for all these different... How do you pick out what you're going to sing?
If we did every song from every album, I mean, it would...
15 hours, thank you. 15-hour show.
Be a 4-hour
No, but how do you pick them out? You say, yeah,
well,
we like this one.
What we do is we kind of pick out our favorites. We pick out stuff from the new album as well as some stuff that people will remember from the old albums. Some of the fan favorites, the ones that were singles, a lot of times they're easier to pick because they're a little more popular, played on the radio and stuff like that.
Favorite song?
My favorite song?
Wow, I've got
Got to go back
a few, but
way back.
One.
Back at the time.
I would have to say
a song for life.
I would have to. Well, I don't know if I could a song for life. I would have to say "Time," the song that's on this record, Black and Blue, because we all wrote it, and it just talks about our career from beginning up until now, and we've been through a lot. So, and we just got a full head of steam, and we're continuing on.
Nick?
One song I never get sick of, like out of all of our songs, is "Show Me the Meaning." I really never get sick of that song. It just like I enjoy doing all the songs on the show, but that song in particular just has like, I think it has a lot of soul in it. I mean, being the fact that Dennis Pop, that was one of the last songs he wrote on and he was involved in, so you know, it just has a lot of meaning.
My boy.
I'd just say probably Don't Want You Back off of Millennium, just because it's
nothing personal.
No, it's just I like the up.
Projecting, you know.
No, not anything today.
Very violent.
No, I just like the fact that like that was our first song that I've ever heard us, you know, do on any record that was just different. It was very unique and it stands on its own. Like there's no other Backstreet song to date that really sounds like that. And it's a great song also to perform live. I like doing up tempos live anyway.
Kevin.
More than that.
More than that?
Yeah,
Our next single.
Howie?
That too.
Tossed. I probably have to say, though, of course, Spanish Eyes.
Spanish Eyes? Okay. The Call, if you want to know what I like.
What's your favorite?
What I like, you know, The Call.
Like the video of it?
Yeah.
You seen it?
When yeah, when you pull off, you know, the face, and yeah, I've seen it. So, there's, you know, thousands of people watching us via satellite, wondering what the Backstreet Boys show looks like. We already know that 25, you know, trucks came in from San Diego, and 150 people were hired locally, and there's, you know, 120 million people working behind this. Why is this show so great? I saw you last night. I think it's great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a lot of fun up there.
Please, brag.
We had a lot of creative.
I mean, it's
we had a lot
like
of
a lot of
creative
stuff to
input
think about.
with like the whole stage, and we had a real production team come in and like sit down with us and go over stage designs and all this kind of stuff. And from the previous tour, we just wanted to do something bigger and better, and not do it in the round again. Like that was the most fun I think we've had, like performance-wise, doing it in the round. But this is our going back to the whole end stage, and it's a huge stage, and it's, you know, it's our creative minds as well as other people's creative minds.
Visually, it's beautiful. We're really proud of the lighting. Peter Morse designed the lighting.
275 lights.
And
if you don't know.
The LCD, the big jumbotron we have, all the video effects that we have along with the songs. We're just proud of it.
The beginning is great.
Well, thank you.
The beginning is great. What's the coolest part for you? Like, I love it. It's coming. One more minute. I'm going to get to do this. More than that?
For me, it's like what's going on behind us on the video monitor, and then what's going on stage with the fog and the dry ice, and it looks like clouds, and the dancers coming up out of the stage. I think that is the beautiful song.
Yeah. Así es que para que estén atentos. I always wonder, when you're singing, do you get a chance to look at someone?
Yeah.
Totally.
Really make eye contact with
like those people in the front, like at least 10, 15 rows, you know, we see every single one of them. We look at every single one of them.
The thing I like to do, if I see somebody waving, you know, I'll wave back, or I'll do the same gesture.
I was waving. You didn't wave back to me.
I would 9 times out of 10, I try to do the same gesture that they're doing to me, so it just proves that I see them. You know, if they're waving like this, then I'll wave like that. If they throw a piece, or if they smile, or if they're like, oh, he looked at me, you know, I'll make sure that they know that I saw them. So.
This is a very whatever question, but I have to ask it. I mean, it's been, you know, 10 years you've been doing this. So there has to be one time for any of you, and a fan suggested this question, in which you saw a fan and said,
Oh yeah.
No.
Let me just say,
baby.
I can't lie. I'm sure we've dated fans.
Come on, the stage, please.
We've dated fans before.
I mean, give me a story.
When we were in Germany, like when we were touring over in Europe.
What did you mean by that, Kevin?
But if you want to call it dating,
As in,
It was, wasn't it, Howie?
Don't get
hanging out.
Okay, who was it? Was it you? Was it? No, come on. Let's be honest.
Each of us has at least once, each of us has hung out with a fan.
You know what, Nick? Give me a 5. Thank you for your honesty. Come on, give us a story.
Seriously, we all have.
You liars.
They're so lying.
Howie?
I did him.
Yeah. No, you have.
Yeah, you hung out with them
dated
before,
a fan
like one-on-one, not just
I mean,
tell us the story, Nick. Don't let it bother you.
Like when we had a lot of time over in Europe, like when we first started, you know, touring and stuff. When we first started touring and stuff, you know, we had like lots of time in between our touring schedules to, you know, hang out with people and stuff. And our fans, we used to hang out.
You like the same people traveling to every country with you that you see a girl that might be from Holland that would be in every single country you would go to.
They were on tour with us.
Yeah, they were on tour with us pretty much. It was like...
Yeah.
We're all young men, and it gets lonely out on the road, and we like to hang out every now and then. But some of us have
moved on.
That stage and moved on.
It's not like that,
Some of us
man. Guys, it's not even what I was saying. I was saying we have dated in the past.
Yeah, and I mean, it's you know, if you have 3 million fans.
Well, they probably dated us. We're fans. It's okay, Nick. We're fans too.
Nick, you know what? I support you.
It's okay, man.
Nick.
Plugged in, you can't go
anywhere. That's why I stopped.
No. And?
What?
AG?
Oh, AG.
What?
You've got some great stories.
Come on, Bo.
Stories?
Oh, he's full of stories.
Oh, yeah, I got a whole archive.
I left you off. Hold on.
Let's just say, you know that ring story he talks about?
Uh-huh. Okay.
No, that's honestly...
I left you out, Amanda.
No, that's
stayed.
actually probably the most prominent fan situation that's ever been stuck in my head. Was hanging out with a fan over in Germany, and I guess she took a real serious liking to me and wanted to give me a gift for whatever reason, and she gave me 2 rings, 2 gold rings. One had a big diamond, one had a bunch of diamonds. I didn't think anything of it. I didn't think that it was even real. So I took it home and just out of curiosity went to the...
And sold it.
And no, I went and I got it, like, appraised, and it was, and homeboy that behind the counter was like, where'd you get this? I'm like, why? Really? He's like, yeah, it's real, and I'll buy it. I said, heck no. Come to find out, it was her parents' wedding band. And then about a month later, her like uncle or dad's calling my family, like threatening, get the rings back. And that's the girl that was on the bus. That's the same girl that was stuck on our bus.
It was the one that grabbed the
Brian.
or on the bus.
That's the one that was in
the one that Johnny grabbed the leg of?
No, AJ's just
snuck on her bus.
I mean, he's always getting himself into something like that.
Conocer el occidente.
The other day, the other day, like 3 months ago, when you were on the cover. Okay. And I know that you weren't included where everybody else, because you're very conservative, very religious, right?
Well, it didn't really have anything to do religiously. I mean, I took kind of a moral stand of being, in a situation that I felt like I didn't really want to be in, when it came to the photographer, because this was a world-renowned photographer. He's taking some amazing pictures, but at the same time, you show up to the photo shoot and there's all these models walking around in bathrobes, and you're like, I didn't know anything about this. So then you're put into this situation, be in this picture and blah, blah, blah. So I wasn't, and, the guys have been supportive with me not being in it, and I thank them for that, and they wanted to be in it, and I was supportive of them being in it, so just turned out the way it
makes us a group. I mean, a difference of opinion, and we respected him for that, although we were in a room for a couple hours trying to focus, trying to convince him to do it with us, because but he had a different view. We thought it was a beautiful photograph. I thought it was beautiful. It's a takeoff from the Electric Ladyland album cover that Jimi Hendrix did, and I thought it was a great idea. I thought it was beautiful. I think in America, opposed to Europe and South America, I think America is very conservative as far as their as far as sexuality. I think they shove it under the rug, and I think if more parents talked about it, and that's another thing we talked about, it's going to raise some eyebrows because we have a lot of young fans, and if it raises a discussion at the dinner table between parents and children about sexuality, then that's a good thing, I think.
So. The reason of my question was because
there must be something you really don't like, each one of you, about the business. The thing you hate the most. One thing. Let's go really fast. We have very little time, and then ask you one question. Go, Brian. The thing you hate the most.
Go to
fast.
me last. I'm trying to think of something.
Nick, say it. Bill, you're the brave.
This business is, I mean, to me, this business can be very bad. You know, there's like a lot of bad things that are involved business-wise. The entertainment part is the most beautiful thing about it, you know, to make people happy and to see the miracles that happen from music. But then the business part is just ruthless, corrupting, and bad, and that's why, you know, I stay out of that as much as I can. I let other people
that judge you without really knowing you, that gets on my last nerve with it. You know, they just constantly nitpick and try to find something wrong and then blow it out of proportion when they don't even know you. Or they could be a rock and roll critic and they're doing an interview with a pop band. Why would we be doing an interview with a rock and roll critic? Because they're just going to bash us anyway. It's stupid.
Kevin, the married man, the father.
It's frustrating for me because, like, growing up as a little kid listening to the radio and watching the award shows, you know, with my family on TV and everything, it's like now that I'm in it, and it's like the magic, it's like the innocence is gone because I know how all the business works. I know the corruption and the greediness that gets in the way, and the political stuff that gets in the way of collaborations. Like, say, for instance, a collaboration that we did with Lionel Richie that our record label wouldn't even allow to come out. It's things like that that frustrate me because of greed and because of political bullcrap and control that the record company wants to have over you.
Howie.
Gets in the way of creative stuff.
I think the hardest part I had dealing with is not being able to please everybody out there. So many times we're trying to do as much as we can, and sometimes we just can't get that one extra, you know, interviewer, that one extra autograph or whatever, and you just end up, you know, people don't understand sometimes. They expect us to be so accessible and to, you know, always be there, and we try to go out of our way to do as much, but it's just never enough.
I'm sorry.
That's what I was going to say, is that fans, like, I mean, we make an emphasis on fans make us who we are, but at the same time, when you're in off time or you're in your self time, your personal time, they don't own you, you know, and they feel like they own you to a certain extent, like you're obligated to do something, and when really you're just obligated to try to have dinner with your wife or your family.
I think it starts with one thing. It starts from the music that we make, you know. That's what I think we all want people to pay attention to.
Yeah, well, just to round it up, it's not that because I know you, and I am now a very big fan of the VSBs, but I mean, I got so mad when that woman at the press conference said, oh, what's with the sound? Excuse me, Osea, that's like the little needle in 1,000. I mean, the show was great. I mean, yeah, maybe it could be improved, you know, but I mean, it's wonderful. Yeah,
when
and it's open, it's huge. Everybody's yelling.
60,000 people screaming, and you have a huge sound system, but I mean, you keep turning the volume up, and it's only going to distort and get muffled when you're trying to battle against the screams.
I know. If that lady who made the comment, if she had had some earplugs during the show, probably would have been better for her.
T.O. said no, not above 110 decibels, and it's really hard to keep it, you know, there if everybody's yelling, you know. Well, thank you very much, boys. I wish you the best. Please say hi to all the Mexican fans, because if not, they're going to kill me. You love them, that you're very grateful.
We're back again! Brothers, sisters, everybody say, gonna bring the flavor, gonna show you how. That's right. Got a question for you, better answer me now, yo. Come on! You busy now? Yeah. Am I the only one? Yeah. Yeah, my sexual eye. Yeah. Am I everything you need? Better
nombre es Marta de Baile. Gracias. Muy buenas noches.
All of our fans around the world, Mexico included, everywhere, we love you all, cherish you. And again, as Brian, as all of us have said, without y'all, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be singing, we wouldn't be on stage, there'd be no more music. So we love you, thank you, sincerely. You guys make us who we are.
Backstreet. ESB around the world. Let's talk about one. You gotta hear me out.
Coca-Cola trajo para ti Izaba Ultra Invisible Ultra Absorbente a los Backstreet Boys.